So you can see I'm making afternoon tea. We've got clotted cream and plain scones, and then I'm going to do another version of cheese scones with cheddar cheese and some pickle.
As if scones weren't enough, we managed to find room for some 15s, some chips biscuits, oat biscuits, and a little bit of Rocky Road. Yum.
It's breakfast time, and Elaine and I are preparing one of our favourite dishes. Elaine is wrapping black pudding in Parma ham. We've allowed 2 per person. We pop it under the grill to cook on either side for a few minutes. Having wrapped the black pudding in Parma ham, it's now time to start the finishing touches. It's 2 poached eggs per person, and because of space and time, I try and do 2 eggs per pan. The trick that I've been taught is to try and move the water around slightly, just to keep the eggs together. Once the black pudding and Parma ham is cooked, I then pop the muffins under the grill for a couple of minutes, just to get them to toast off slightly. Once the muffins are toasted, I put a teaspoon of hollandaise sauce on either side, add the black pudding wrapped in Parma ham, and top each one with a poached egg. Finally, the all-important garnish. I also like to complete mine with a slight twist of black pepper. Voila, and that's Eggs Washington a la Harry complete.
Okay, so here we are. It's pizza time, as always, the obligatory pizza on these canal bar strips. It's always my pleasure to do them. So here we go. I've got the bases, 2 bases this time, as there are 4 of us, so that'll be 1 whole pizza there with probably olives, which, as you all know, I don't like. And then the next one over here, which will be much more for me, will be cheese and tomato, maybe a bit of ham, some mushroom perhaps, we'll see. But as you can see from the ingredients, I have got base, I've got mushrooms and tomatoes, I've got some ham hock here, which I'm going to break open and spread across. I've got various cheeses, so there's Wensleydale, there's Edam. Unfortunately we've eaten the rest of the cheese, but this will do. Pineapple pieces in a tin, 2 tins of tomato puree, and the dreaded olives, but half the crew like it, so there we go. Right, all of this will go into the oven down here. Again, about 10 minutes, maybe 15 minutes, because there's 2 pizzas being done, and away we go. I will, as always, try and film this in a time lapse as soon as I can position the camera.
Going to be doing nachos as one of our lunch options today. So I'm going to talk you through how we do it. So I'm going to first of all light the oven. Now on the boat ovens, gas mark, anything doesn't really mean anything. It's essentially on or off. finally got the oven lit. They're quite temperamental on hire boats. So what we're going to do is have a bag of nachos. It doesn't matter what make. We've used the sort of cheapest supermarket brands, but you can use more better known brands. So take about half a bag into the bowl, like so. Again, we're on a hire boat, there isn't a lot of choice, so we just use the generic glass Pyrex dish. It doesn't matter really. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to add some guacamole, some salsa, some sour cream and a bit of grated cheese to this, and then put another pile of nachos on top and a bit more. We should have enough left for tomorrow, so I'm going to use about half of this today and then the other half tomorrow. So about a quarter of the guacamole, and literally just sort of splat it on, nothing very glamorous. I expect some of our viewers will be utterly revolted by this, but I can assure you it's delicious, and it's a recipe we use every single trip, very successfully, very popular with the crew. Might be 5 a day. You've obviously got your tomatoes and your salsa and your avocado and your guacamole, and then the grass and your cheese and your sour cream from the cow's milk. So really nutritious, quick and easy meal. So like this, just sort of splatter it on there, and then the same with the sour cream. Get a different spoon for the sour cream. I don't really want to contaminate it in case we use it for something else as well. Actually, I'm just going to give it a little bit of a cheeky mix up, just to try and get some of those flavours blended in. And then now I'm going to grate some cheese. So at the moment we're heading down. We've just left the Avon Canal officially, so we passed from the Canal and River Trust Authority, and we're now under the Bristol Harbour Authority. Just phoned ahead to Netherham Lock, which is a man lock run by Bristol Harbour Authority. The lockkeeper there is now expecting us. I believe he will operate the lock for us and will sell us a special licence which enables us to go down to Bristol Floating Harbour, where we can have a quick look. The SS Great Britain is moored down there amongst others, and the plan is to get down there, have a look, turn around and then head back up here and find somewhere nice to stop for the evening. One thing we have noticed is that a lot of the boats here on the river seem to moor up pretty much anywhere. If there's a tree, they'll tie up to it. Right, that's the first half done. Rest of the crisps on the top, a bit more splattering. I just love the technical phrases. Splatter, splatter, there we go. I haven't had anything to drink yet, don't worry. Save that for tomorrow. Bit of salsa. There we go. Good mix around. Then I'm just going to finish off with some grated cheese on the top. Oh, come on. Timing wise, well, it depends on how quick your oven is. I'd say probably 10 to 15 minutes. You really just want, it's all cooked stuff anyway. So you really want it to just be warmed through, the top just going sort of slightly golden brown. Obviously the gas ovens on the hire boats, they're a bit hit and miss, so you might find that the top is slightly singed, but we've done this version long enough now to sort of just accept whatever we have. We're not fussy. This is actually quite a good quick and easy thing to do if you've got people coming over for a barbecue or just a sort of snack for family. Doesn't need to be on a narrow boat, but it's quite handy because it's a nice, quick and simple meal to do on the boat that you haven't really got to put any preparation into. Right, there we go. So I think that's pretty much ready to go in the oven. I'm just going to wipe the edge just so we don't end up with mess everywhere. There. So into the oven. Here we are. The gas is still alight, so we're still safe for now. The gas on this boat is the most temperamental I've ever known, actually. We're having all sorts of problems trying to get it to light and keep it lit, but Trevor's very good at coaxing it through. We don't know if it's a leak or a pressure error or something wrong with it. I have turned both bottles on. I'm not sure if it should be on or not. They always have been on the boats we've hired before. So I don't know if that was something to do with it. Who knows? Anyway, it's in the oven, and I'll come back to you when it's ready.
If you've enjoyed our video and would like to see more, then please do hit the subscribe button and the like button. This really means a lot to us.